Opo, opo. Um, Mr. President, what is the senior high school and the ladderized program here in the University of Makati? How is it being implemented here in UMAC?
What we've done is that the 2 years are split up along two chunks. No, each year has a set of core subjects comprising of what we call learning to learn skills, and these are the skills that you need whatever you do with your life in the 21st century. And this is English, communication, Filipino, math, and science. So all the two both the two programs have this learning to learn skills. They're basically enhancements to the same subjects in the K to 10. In-enhance lang namin sa 11 and 12. But what's distinctive about the K11 and 12 the grade 11 and 12 program is that in grade 11 in the 4 quarters of grade 11 in the university, the kids can choose from a set of electives along 12 buckets. Dalawang textbook buckets that include sheet metal welding, automotive, plumbing, 2 business buckets that include food service, hospitality, sari-sari store management, entrepreneurship, 2 computer buckets, computer technicians, game development, two arts bucket, one heavily graphics and digital arts. As you can see, we have the facilities for that. The other one, theater, music, and sports. And then we have a bucket for community service so that the kids can do work in the barangays. We have a bucket for health where they become helots and masaisas. We have a bucket for teacher training assistants so they can help teachers, for example, manage special education children in special education schools. Now, in grade 11, each of the quarters, the kids are allowed to choose one elective, and they can be very diverse. In the first grading period, a kid can take sheet metal welding. In the second quarter, he may decide to choose dance. In the third grading period, he may decide to choose culinary, and in the fourth grading, sheet metal welding. Kung ano yung type niya. But in fourth year, in grade 12, he is asked to choose a 1-year specialization track on a specialization that will allow him to qualify for TESDA National Certification Assessment.
Focus na po yan. Hindi na yan yung konti nito, konti nun, konti niyan.
Grade 11 yung chapsuy, yung halo-halo, yung tikim-tikim. Hopefully, by the time he gets into grade 12, medyo feel na niya either a terminal competency that will allow him to work immediately after, or an enhanced arts and science track that will allow him to better prepare for a college degree kung yun ang kanyang pinagnanasaan. So ganun ang tipa ng programa. And we're very fortunate dahil even before this was asked from us, meron na kaming mga courses na yan dito. In fact, we had 1 2-year terminal program sa TechBook. Ang ginawa namin, imbis na tinawag namin freshman at sophomore na 2-year program, grade 11 and 12. Ganun lang.
At kamusta naman po ang reception ng mga estudyante? Marami po bang nag-e-enroll?
5,000.
Bakit po naging ganyan po yung numero?
Wala kami freshman. Kinancel ko yung freshman. Pumayag si Mayor na the way to do this is to embrace it. So we said, kung gusto mo, taga Makati ka, gusto mo pumasok sa UMAC ngayong school year 2012 to 2013, sorry, walang freshman, grade 11. Pero voluntary yun. You can go anywhere else. But we did the rounds ng mga graduation rehearsals nila noong March. Nag-roadshow kami, market kami sa mga parents. Ang mensahe namin, napakasimple lang eh. After 2 years, kung gusto mong trabaho, pwede na. In fact, we have more Makati High School 4th-year graduates in our grade 11 program than when they were coming in as freshmen. When they were coming in as freshmen, mga 3,800. Today, mga 4,800 yung grade 11 and So we're very happy kasi naintindihan nila. And of course, the mayor has been very supportive. Uh,
And how do you address the often mentioned concern about cost?
Makati naman, one of our advantages is that our university from the outset is a 1,000 peso a semester tuition fee. Yung grade 11, 12 namin, because it's high school, it's free. Totally free public education. I think the objections, I don't think anybody is quarreling with the concept of grade K to 12. The concern is kung meron tayong resources at kakayahan to do it. And I think the pilot is important because what is emerging, and Brother Armin talked about it this morning, is that yung implementation ng 11 and 12, there won't be one model. It will depend on the resources and the assets that are available in the community at kung ano naman yung human resource requirements ng komunidad na yun. I imagine that in a coastal city, for example, siguro yung technical vocational will be along marine, fisheries, and, siguro, yun ang mas appropriate.
Yeah, depending on the milieu of the school.
Depending on the human resource needs of that particular community. And siguro, kung walang university makaka-offer nun, ang suspecha kung mangyayari, may technical vocational institute that will handle the textbook electives, and then the general education will be handled by the higher educational institution, and then the administration will be handled by DepEd. Yung pilot namin sa Makati, all of that is UMAC. In other words, while they are technically still in high school, ang nagmamanage sa kanila is already UMAC. It's already, but we have to treat them as high school kids.
So, senior high school, hindi po ito, you're treating them as junior college?
Hindi pwede, kasi pag junior college, hindi na libre. The Constitution kasi says, free primary and secondary education. The moment you call it junior college, lumalabas siya dun sa purview ng mandatory free public education. So, senior high school siya. But in terms of administration and management, and both of the administrative and academic management, university ang magpapatakbo. Medyo, we have to grapple with issues like that. Ano sila, college students or high school students? In other words, boboto mo sila sa student council, for example. Hindi so, we said no, hindi sila boboto. Meron silang sariling student government.
Okay. At paano naman po yung sistema na yung mga estudyante po ay hindi sila kinailangan na mag-ulit ng college subjects?
What do you mean?
Kunyari po, kasi kanina may nabanggit po sa secretary yung mga remedial na...
Ang mangyayari niyan, we're reviewing the curriculum for college. The way it's evolving, some of the more simple courses, marireduce sila ng 3 years. Yung baccalaureate. Because handang-handa na yung bata for college. Yung 5-year programs, marireduce ng 4. Like nursing. Especially kung kumuha ng community health worker elective yung bata sa kanyang 11 and 12. Malamang, the way it is, hindi pa tapos, no? Pero yung pagre-review ng curriculum ng nursing na, magiging 4 na taon na lang, imbis na 4 years and 3 summers. Ngayon kasi, 4 years and 3 summers siya. Kung graduate na sila ng grade 12, papasok sila ng nursing, 4 years na lang yan. Baka hindi pa 4, baka 3 and a half.
So, dito po ba sa Makati, yan ay, yung senior high school ninyo ay para sa buong Makati? Wala nang ibang mag-o-offer sa Makati ng senior high school? Sa public. Kayo, kumbaga po, parang, for the public sector in Makati, your senior high school is the senior high school of the whole city of DepEd.
Tapos, yung mga private schools like St. Paul's, like the parochial schools, bahala sila ngayon. Don Bosco, for example, Don Bosco in Arnaiz, meron silang partnership with Asia Pacific and Manila Times, Pero sabi nga ni brother, nag-specialize sila. Yung senior high school nila towards a BPO track. Yun lang. Kung na-attract mo yung bata, papasok doon. And then, itong isang parochial school sa Pateros, nag-usap ba nung parish church. Sabi niya, Prof, sabi niya, mga estudyante namin, halos 90% ng high school namin pumupunta college. Tingin ko po, Father, huwag na kayong mag-TECMO. Mag-offer kayo ng senior high school specially configured for those na pagtapos nila ng grade 10 or alam na nilang magka-college sila. O may stay with you and you prepare them for college. Pwede naman yun, dun sa Brother Arvin model na the Pateros Parochial School will have a senior high school specializing on kids that have decided na magka-college ako.
Ano naman po ang may advice niyo dun sa mga ibang local governments na wala silang katulad ng UMAC at paano nila mai-implement pa rin itong mga bagay na ito na maayos pa rin?
Ang nakikita naming model ay in localities where there is no HEI na fully equipped to handle everything, magkakaroon ng consortium offering yan. The HEI will be engaged by DepEd to provide the general education, English, Math, Science. A local textbook or several textbook institutions may be asked to provide the textbook electives. Pero the kids continue to remain as DepEd division students.
So, parang magtutulungan po yung mga iba-ibang
parang
school.
voucher system.
Pero kumikita pa rin silang lahat
Yung
sa enrollment.
Yung private, imbis na mag-hire ang gobyerno ng teacher, mag-provide ng laboratory for automotive, magbibigay na lang ng voucher doon sa vocational school, hindi ba? Parang test the voucher. At magbibigay na lang ng voucher doon sa college for the general education component.
Ito po yung ESC na ini-explain po kanina ni Brother Armin.
Hindi, ang mangyayari talaga niyan, hindi mo mamaman yung kaya ng DepEd yung K to 10. Kasi that's what they have now Pero yung 11 and 12, the delivery of that, ang suspecha namin, as it's emerging, wala pang final it will be driven by the realities of the local conditions. Both the capacity of the local education sector to deliver it, as well as the human resource needs of that community. Yun ang magdadrive ng final configuration.
So, ang senior high school na isang bayan sa isang lugar, hindi necessarily ganun din ang senior high school doon sa katabi niyang bayan.
That's right.
Maaring magkakaiba sila ng timpla.
Ang magko-common lang yung Gen Ed, yung English, Math, Science. But the electives, ano yung mga electives na at sino magdi-deliver, magbabari yun bayan sa bayan.
So, maraming salamat po, sir.
Sige, thank you.